Corpbiz.
Hello everyone, this is Monisha from Corpbiz and I welcome you all in this video in which we are going to talk about Nidhi company registration process in India. Let's take an overview of Nidhi company registration. A Nidhi company refers to a type of entity in the non-banking finance sector recognized under Section 406 of Companies Act 2013. Their primary business is borrowing as well as lending funds between their members. They are also regarded as benefit funds, permanent funds, mutual benefit and mutual benefit funds company. MCA governs these entities in India and reserves right to issue directions related to deposit acceptance activities. The core object of these entities is to foster the habit of thrift and reserve funds among its serving members. The concept of Nidhi company came into effect before the advent of Companies Act 2013. These entities support the paradigm principle of mutuality and are quite popular in the southern state of the country. Presently, around 80% of the Nidhi companies that are established in India are established in the state of Tamil Nadu. Let's take a look on some of the notable facts regarding Nidhi company registration. No RBI consent is required to form the Nidhi company in India. Therefore, it can be incorporated with a minimum hassle. Nidhi companies are incorporated as public limited companies. Such entities must affix Nidhi Limited at the end of their name. Nidhi companies' undertakings are quite similar to that of NBFCs as they fall under the ambit of Reserve Bank of India. The core objective of Nidhi company essentially revolves around in-house lending and borrowing activities with no third-party intervention whatsoever. Nidhi Rules 2014 permits Nidhis to facilitate locker facilities to its member on rent. The rental income should not surpass 20% of the company's overall income at any instance during the financial year. So what are the underlying conditions for incorporating Nidhi companies in India? As the conditions are set out by the governing authority for incorporating the Nidhi company in India, so minimum number of members which are required are 7, the minimum number of directors which are required are 3, minimum equity share capital shall be 5 lakh rupees and must have limited company status under the Companies Act 2013. Mandatory inclusion of company's object in MOA reflects its intention to foster the habit of thrift and saving among its members. Now coming to the documents required for Nidhi company registration in India. So the document goes on like director's identification number, which is applicable for all the companies which are registered in India. It is also known as DIN number. PAN number of all the proposed directors and members, residential proof of the proposed directors and members, photographs of proposed directors and members, identification documents like Aadhaar card, registered office, place proof such as lease or rent agreement, ownership proof of the business place in case premises are owned, NOC if required, memorandum of association, articles of association. Let's discuss the procedure of Nidhi company registration in India. So this section encloses the detailed procedure of securing an incorporation certificate for a Nidhi company. So the first step includes acquiring the digital signature certificate from MCA certified agency. The first step is to secure the DSC. From the MCA certified agencies, the said agencies charge certified or standard fees for rendering such a service and seek basic documentation for the same. DSC is essentially used to authenticate the document electronically. It is by far the most secure and legitimate way of signing the e-forms and other documents. The second step in this process is to file SPICE Plus form for incorporation. SPICE Plus form is available on the MCA portal and it allows the applicant to incorporate entity with less paperwork and compliances. Applicants can access this e-form after creating an account on the portal. SPICE Plus is an integrated web-based application that is divided into two essential parts, Part A and Part B. Part A serves as a basic form for registering the proposed business name. After receiving the proposed business names, the portal coordinates with its database to determine the legal viability of the same. After getting the name approval, the applicant can proceed to address the formalities of Part B that facilitate the following services: company incorporation, DIN allotment, TAN allotment, PAN allotment, EPFO allotment, GSTIN allotment, ESIC allotment, opening of bank account for the company, professional tax registration as applicable in the case of Maharashtra. Then step 3 includes uploading all the linked forms to Spice Plus form. Upload the linked form to Spice Plus in order shown as Part 1, MOA, AOA, URC1, Agile Pro, mandatory for all, INC 9 if applicable. Make sure to enclose the signature of the authorized signatory via DSC in the above forms wherever applicable. So step 4 is about securing the SRN and submitting the requested fees immediately after uploading the said forms. The portal shall generate the SRN, which is a service request number. The next step is the submission of the requested fees, which can be done via a payment gateway. After fee submission, the payment receipt will be generated. A consolidated challan shall be generated by the portal towards form fee, MOA fee, AOA, TAN and PAN. Stamp duty challan will be generated separately. When we are through with the process of the NBFC registration and the documents required for the purpose, let's take a look on the benefits of incorporating Nidhi companies in India. So the benefits include confronting minimal business-oriented compliances, keeps third-party intervention out of the equation, exemption from several RBI's guidelines, ensures limited liability for the company and the serving members, restricted undertakings for Nidhi company as per Nidhi Rules 2014. As per Nidhi Rules 2014, Nidhi companies are not permitted to engage with following undertakings like business of chit fund, lease finance, hire purchase finance and acquisition of securities issued by any body corporate. Issuance of preference shares, debentures or debt instruments by any name or form shall not be allowed in case of Nidhi company. Opening current account with its serving members, acquisition of any other entity via purchase or securities, or control the composition of board of directors of any other company in any way whatsoever. So this is also not allowed. Entering into legal arrangements for altering its management in the absence of board approval or special resolution and the consent of regional director functioning in the respective jurisdiction. So Nidhi company cannot do this thing as well. Conducting activities that deviate from object of the company for which it is originally incorporated. Then accepting or lending deposits for its non-members, it is not allowed. Pledging members' assets as securities, it is not allowed. Taking deposits or granting funds to anybody from corporate, not allowed. Entering into any partnership arrangement for borrowing or lending activities, not allowed. Leveraging any form of advertisement for soliciting deposit or paying incentive or mobilizing deposits from serving members or for the fund deployment or issuing loans. So what are the mandatory post-incorporation conditions for Nidhi company? So the post-incorporation conditions include inclusion of at least 200 members within a period of 1 year of incorporation, escalation of NOFs at least up to 10 lakh rupees within 1 year of incorporation, procurement of encumbered deposits greater than or equal to 10% of the outstanding deposits, managing ratio of net owned funds to deposit within the prescribed limit, that is 1:20 as specified in Rule 14 of Nidhi Rules 2014. Submission of Form NDH1 for intimating authority about members' details that are in effect for the time being. The form should find its way to authority within 90 days of the incorporation. Submission of Form NDH2 in case there is a requirement of increasing the member limit. submission of Form NDH3 for filing half-yearly returns, submission of Form AOC4 for disclosing profits and loss statements and balance sheet, filing of IT returns in line with the applicable tax slab rate. So why you should choose Corpbiz services to secure incorporation certificate for your Nidhi company? After retaining all those things which we have discussed about regarding the documentation, procedure, forms, post-incorporation compliances, we can assure you that gaining authority over registration compliance is a tricky affair for new entrepreneurs. The margin of error is next to negligible when it comes to firm incorporation. One has to remain on point with the paperwork and compliances to ensure a seamless grant of the incorporation certificate. Corpbiz has ample experience in the licensing regime and can deliver incorporation certificates in a prompt time span. The professionals serving here this platform are well versed in all legalities that affect the incorporation process in one way or the another. That's all for this video. See you all in the next video. For more concerns or questions regarding working of Nidhi Limited companies in India, kindly email us at info@corpbizadvisors.com or you can call on the numbers given on the screen. Please do like, share and subscribe this video. Thank you.